Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Well, not children, you can't be sports betting. However, it's good to be here. Happy Easter weekend to you all. Hope you guys are having a great Saturday morning already. Yeah, we've got 2 streams going this weekend, and I could not be more excited. So let's not waste any more time. Let's dive right into it, all right? So if you guys don't know, we have a website, desktop version. We'll be working on that down the road here in the very near future. But right now, as you can see over on the right-hand side, we've got the app, yes. And I would say we're 85 to 90% of the way there. So if you guys have been watching these live streams the last couple of weeks, we're right there, all right? We're right there. We might have a couple of little bugs. We still might have a couple of little bugs at launch, but we're right there, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So we're not going to waste any more time. We're going to dive right in. Let's take a look at some props. We're going to find some over here on Novig. We're going to have this up a little bit and kind of, whatever. I don't know if I'm going to be popping around on some of this stuff, but basically over here is where you're going to want to focus your attention. Let's go market by market and find some bets. Okay, so I made a category yesterday called dingers, all right? And what you can do is if you're in all, let's test this out, okay? If I click the dingers category, it pulls up batter home runs for us, and it pulls up the things that I have put into it for home runs: barrel percentage, average exit velocity, park factor, and then confidence score. And then as you can see on the screen, I made one for NHL the other day called Weak Goalie. I'm going to be experimenting with a couple of these, but you could save these guys. And did you see that? One tap. Literally, you could be doing, excuse me, whatever you want, and then one tap. You could be like, all right, you know what? I want to find home run bets today. Dingers. Highest home run bet of the day, Aaron Judge. All right, but we're going to look at that in a minute. But my gosh, could it be any easier? Let's look at some pitcher stuff. What do we want to do? Let's start pitchers, highest to lowest confidence score. Now, this strong under, I've been getting a lot of questions about this, okay? This is based on these statistical data points down here. And you're going to see every market has a lot of different ones, all right? But this is going based off of this. These are all scored. And what it's saying, and you can click it, it's just giving you a little breakdown. It's only got one that is showing up green here, which is swinging strikeout percentage. Excuse me, K through 9, that 8.3 is pretty low, but swinging and strikeout percentage is relatively high if you want to know anything more about it. Now, some of these are where we have a little bit of bugs, a little bit of tweaks here and there still to do on this, but swinging strikeout rate favors the over. So anything above 13 favors the over, and it's scored appropriately. All right. So this is one we've got Chad Patrick going up against KC. This is what he's done. He only had 1 game on the season. He had 4. Let's see. How many innings did he pitch? 4.1 innings. How many innings does he normally pitch? So usually this guy's pretty solid on 5, which actually makes me want to see what his outs are at. His outs are set at 14.5. Now, if you guys looked at that, okay, so we've got strikeouts, right? That's how many strikeouts he's had in his last couple of outings here. You can see the little team logos there of who he played. I'm curious. This might be interesting. We might have already stumbled on a play right off the bat that I did not even really have any intention on looking at, but we're here now. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, none of these are lighting up or gold. So if there's a line that differs from here, so if one of these was 15.5, that's going to light up in gold, and you'll see that at some point this morning, I'm sure. Best odds right now on DK, minus 159. The 14.5 is looking pretty good because his normal games, okay, these are like, he's not, I mean, these are he probably came in a relief effort in some of these games or whatever, okay? So this is interesting. So he pitched 4.1 innings in the first game of the season. So he recorded 13 outs. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. What's his hits allowed at? So his hits allowed, and look at the opposing matchup here. The opposing team XBA. Opposing team expecting batting average. Oh, I could tweak that one. Look at that. Look at that little guy pop up. Don't worry about that little player card share there. Opposing team Contact percentage is right in the middle, slightly above average. So nothing that tells me he's going to really get crushed here. Opponent team hard hit percentage, 38.2. That's right below average. You can see average is right on the screen. Guys, the point is this app gives you everything you need. You need nothing else anymore. You don't need to go anywhere else. You don't need to look up any other stats. We've got AI insights in here that kind of just regurgitates a lot of the stuff here. A couple of these percentages are coming in wonky. We'll look at that. But so that's the point. The point is that you don't need anywhere else. This app is an all-in-one, one-stop shop. Do I feel strongly about this is my question here. Look at that crosswind coming in. A 0.97 home run lower multiplier. So I do not love the ideas. Erratic pitcher command, 19 miles an hour. That's pretty beastly. I think the over could be interesting of that outs. That's what all that to say. That's what I'm looking at. I think that's interesting. I wish it was better odds. If this was like a minus 130, I think it'd be a no-brainer. But let's keep going. Now you saw the little rabbit hole. Let me pause for a minute and say what's up. We've got a bunch of people checking in already. I hope you guys like what you just saw already. I mean, my gosh, if that doesn't get you excited, I mean, that gets me excited. Oh, and I didn't realize it's got two little AI indicators here. These are the little high ROI and a high hit rate indicators. But let's say what's up. Good morning, Nuker. I knew you'd be here. I appreciate you being here. I am highly caffeinated if you can't tell, but that's what you asked for. Well, let's not say highly. I am the appropriate amount of caffeinated. But my guy this morning said, you better bring the energy because you know I am. And I brought it for you. I'm psyched. I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. This update is a brand new app, and it makes finding player props so easy. Guys, Discord absolutely smashed. If you're in the Discord, did you guys see what T did yesterday? We had a bunch of members cashing our Nerfy. We have a Nerfy model in there that hopefully comes out while we're on the stream today. And in which case I'll share some of those with you guys. But we had, I mean, I'm just gonna pull this right up on the screen. Look what T did yesterday. Cash this from the Hulk money line model. So this is kind of like an extra piece you get being in the Discord, not in the app. This is like an extra bonus thing we've got that I made personally. This is not, the app is not me. The app data science is a data scientist we have on staff. This right here is mine. Okay. And cash this plus 1,400, 1,487 cashed yesterday. And then, but T earlier, giving you guys the secret sauce here. Look at this. Schwarber shared the Schwarber bomb. Bam. Bryce Harper, Paparazzi shared Bryce Harper, home run, bam. Insane. Insane. And look at this. T said, can I get a Schwarber home run? She hit Ohtani. Judge hit the dinger right here when she sent this, and all we needed was Schwarber, which was your boy's favorite play yesterday for a home run. Did I put that? Oh, I must have put it in somewhere else. I put it somewhere else because that's why we were all on Schwarber. This was my favorite play. Cashed easily. Michael Lorenzen gave up 8 runs in the first inning. We had the under 14.5 pitcher outs. I mean, my goodness, you guys get it. You guys get it. Smacked. Absolutely smacked yesterday. Roger, good morning, bro. Said, what's up, brother? Happy Easter. The golden egg filled with cash. That's right, baby. Good morning. Sergio, good morning. Sergio says, let's go. Twins dad, Christian, miss you, bro. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. He says, good morning, legend. That's you, my friend. That is you. I'm just here with the energy this morning, bringing that sauce, bringing the energy this morning. That's it. That's all we can hope for. My guy, Juan, every stream, my guy, Juan, is here. I appreciate you and love you, bro. Good to see you. Martez, good morning. Because Martez says good morning to everyone. Guys, we've got a bunch of people watching already. Plus, we're at like over 63 people watching on all the platforms that we're live on because we're live on multiple platforms. So do me a favor and just hit the like button. If you're on X, I think you retweet, comment, all that stuff. Boost the algorithm. Let's just do it for the algorithm. I got this janky pinky that I broke when I was little or when I was younger, and I noticed that it always sticks out on things. I got to like tuck that sucker in. I'll tuck that pinky in. Nobody needs to see that pinky all jacked up. Good morning. Let's get it. Myron says good morning. Good morning, Myron. Good to see you, bro. Sergio, yeah, O'Neal. Sergio, you saw it. O'Neal hit that ball, not to the wall, but like it was out there. That was it. We needed 10% more. We needed 10% more on that ball, and every home run play would have cashed yesterday. Literally everyone. And Coach Capper, good morning, Coach. When's the update? It's a great question. Bet you're not the only one asking that question. I think Monday. The only reason we're looking at Monday is because it's the holiday weekend. The team, the development team is kind of on a little bit of a break. They're spending time with their family, which is important to me that they get that time. So I think we got to iron out just these last couple of remaining bugs that may or may not pop up while we're on the stream. And that'll let you know how close we are, because you really might not even see them. And that's how close we are on this. You might not even see the bugs pop up. They might not even be noticeable. And that's a good thing. I want to look at hits allowed next. So actually, I didn't even look at a lot of strikeouts. Hold on, pause for a minute. So I'm hoping Monday. Monday. The website right now says, I think Wednesday, with this little countdown that I've had to extend a time or two. I'm hoping Monday. That is my goal. So I'll take your prayers. We're right there. Monday, I'm hoping. Okay, what do we got here? Jake Irvin is neutral. You know what? Oh, you know what? Let's click into it. Wow. Okay, Jake had 7. What? I mean, I know it's the Dodgers, but like, woo, that wind is blowing out. That wind is blowing out. You could see it says mild carry boost, 1.03 multiplier. A little boost to home runs. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Dodger home runs today, potentially 8 miles an hour out is not nothing. It's not massive, but it's not nothing either. Okay. So that is interesting. Just keep an eye. Let's see. What has he done in head to head? All right. So let's take a look. Strikeout rate. The Dodgers strikeout rate as a team is a little bit high. Now their contact. Contact percentage is missing context. Okay, good to know. Hold on, let me make a note of that. We're missing a little context there on both that and chase percentage. Okay, hold on, let me write those down. Give me 2 seconds, fam. You know what? Actually, what I'll do, I'll just screenshot them. It'll be easier if I screenshot them up here. And then that'll be what I need here. That one, and what was the other one? Chase percentage and contact percentage. Perfect. We're going to just snip both of those. Okay, cool. So both of those are probably league average. That's why it's neutral. The gray is league average. Now his personal swinging strikeout percentage. You saw that other guy, the last guy we just looked at was 13.5. He's 15.1%. Excuse me. Limited sample size. K per 9 of 12.6. That is elite. Now it's only one game. All right, guys. So we have to temper our expectations. But his K percentage is 35% too, which is kind of nutty. So I think the 3.5 seems low here. And look what we've got. We've got it at a minus 128 on Novig. Now, guys, I'm going to show you this. Hopefully this doesn't go super weird. I don't have Novig in New York where I am, but watch this. You click it once. It opens the freaking app. It opens it. It adds it to your slip, okay? Look at that. Guys, one tap. Anytime you see that little link icon right there, or this little icon right here when it's down here, those mean you can one tap to bet it, okay? All you do is you tap it once, it'll take you. Now, if you tap it over here, it'll take you to the over. If you tap it on this side, it'll take you to the under. Flawless, seamless. One of my favorite things. I might have to cough in a minute, so don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys got to do me a huge favor. You've got to like the stream, okay? Please do me a favor. Like the stream. Like the video. Nuker says Irvin sucks. No value in most Dodger home runs. Yeah, that makes sense. Nuker likes Max Muncy today. That is the problem because they see that wind. They know that's a possibility. So they're looking at this too. It's why we got to find the edge. That's why we don't play everything. Now, this one is a strong over. Whoa. Soraka threw 10 strikeouts in how many innings? Wait, I need a cough here. Let me just do this. Okay, I'm better. Still sick. I've been sick for like a week. Okay, what do we got here? 5 innings. What's his hits allowed at? How many hits allowed? What's his hits allowed at? So this is, I hope you guys can kind of see, this is like the rabbit trail that I follow down with the process, okay? This is kind of what I do. Like, okay, we're looking at outs. We're looking at these other things. Wait, did I look at outs? Hold on. Let me focus here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to lock in. All right, his over-under 15.5 outs. 15.5 on everywhere. Lean to the under. Lean to the under. So you're looking at probably 15. So I don't think there's a ton of value right here yet at first glance. I don't see a ton of value here at first glance. What's a FIP? XFIP? I got to go look at that. That's a weird one. I don't know why it's coming in like that. But, I mean, it is only one game, so it's possible that that's a little janky. Okay. Hits allowed. 4.5 hits allowed. Lean. You can see the lean. When I say leans to the over, you got minus 135 over here. Minus 137, minus 130. Minus 135. Where are our sharper books? Oh, look at that. See, when it jumps out, now that's a weird line obviously coming through, but that gives you an idea of what you'll be looking at. So you could just scroll quick, and that's going to jump right out to you. Whoop. DK minus 129. Huge value here, okay? This 13% edge is massive, massive value if you play this at a plus 100 over the minus 129, minus 140 on some of these other books. Humongous. So if you're just strictly a plus EV better, this play is for you, okay? Looking at nothing else, if you're strictly a plus EV better, which to each their own, that's a play for you right there. You don't got to look at the data. You don't got to do anything else, okay? Plus EV betters, look no further. There's your play. You've got a play already. But let's keep going. All right, so we're looking at 15 outs, okay? Now, you got to open up his sample size. Or I'm sorry, 15 outs, 5 innings. Okay. Let's say he's going to pitch no more than 5 innings. There's his hit rate. That's what you're looking at. If he pitches 5 innings, essentially, I mean, I could really hone this in if you want, but there you go. So if he gets 5 innings, this is what his hit rate looks like. Now, Atlanta. How is Atlanta batting? We'll tweak that. Middle of the road on everything. Pretty much middle of the road. This, I wish it was a little bit more detailed here, but that will be. It's just, that's one of the little bugs we got to work out. Slightly harder, higher than normal hard hit percentage. Honestly, I like the under a little bit better, which so does the confidence score. If you notice that, confidence score leans under here. Confidence score leans under here at lower than 4.5. And even though that the data, this right here, the verdict saying strong over, if I had to choose on this one, which I think there's some better plays out there, I'd choose the under. But there's your rabbit hole. That's the breadcrumbs we just followed. Now we're back out here. Let's look. How about for strikeouts? We just go. Let's hone in our search a little bit. Let's do not pitcher. Let's do matchup. Let's do opponent team strikeout percentage. Second, though, to strikeout percentage. Actually, and you know what? You know what I want to do? I want to do swinging strikeout. I want someone that's going to bring the freaking heat. Okay. Now you can see, look at, and it's highlighting what you're sorting by too. So it'll put this little box around it to let you know what you're sorting by. So what was our order? Our order was swinging strikeout percentage, matchup. So that's opposing team strikeout percentage, and then confidence score at the end there. Not saying this is what you have to do. This is just an option. Now it's a strong over. Confidence scores under. Shada, 20% strikeout rate. Elite. Elite, 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 elite. Good morning. Oh, I'm going to say what's up to chat in a minute. Give me 1 second, guys. Keep the comments coming. Do me a favor. And if you just hopped in, hit the like button. But I need you guys. I need you guys to do me a big favor and just tap the like button and drop the comments. All right. Because that, if nothing else, one, makes this interactive. This is fun. I've got people in my comments like, how do I best use the app? How do you use the app? This is it, guys. I'm giving you the playbook. So I'm obviously hoping that those people that are asking those questions are in this video right now, but your questions might be a question somebody else has. So fire them away. All right. And then look at this. Opponent team strikeout percentage at 30%. We've got a strong over here with the indicators for these markers. I like this a lot. I know it says speculative. We'll tweak those in. This is just like an added thing. If you guys are like the chatbot people or whatever, if you want that, the language model or LLM language learning model and stuff. If you want that, that's in there. That's there for those people. But you don't personally, that's just a little extra. You don't need that. This is what I need. I need this data. Now look at this. We've got 4.5 on a few books, but 5.5 up there. So look at that. Fanatics, a -160. I would jump all over that if I was you guys. Jump all over that right now. Jump all over it. I know it's a little juicy. That's fine. Find something easy, like a guy to get a hit, which maybe we'll look at later, or something from our money line model, and do that. Oh my gosh, Hard Rock. You guys with Hard Rock. Oh, BetMGM. BetMGM at a -145. Are you kidding me? Guys, smash this over right now. This is going in Discord. This is going into the Discord right now. I'm sold. That's it. I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Is he not going to get the innings? What's going on here? What am I missing? Wind out to the right. So not like straight out pushing the ball where he's going to get in bad shape. Erratic pitch command. Okay, maybe. But this guy's elite. Wait, how many innings did he pitch? He pitched 5 innings in his warm-up, so he's at least getting 5 this game. How many hits did he allow? 6? 6? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I've seen enough. Opponent chase percentage. Oh, I wish I knew. I wish we had this. It's not in there yet. Okay, it's coming. But I wish I knew if that is close to high. 34.3% it means it's in the middle, but is it more towards the high side or more towards the low side? Now, again, guys, it's early in the season, so this data only has a couple of sample sizes behind it. But that's what we got to go by, right? We're degenerates. We can't wait 3 more weeks. We've got to start to wet our whistle. We got to start to bet a little bit, don't we? We've got to. And look at, speaking of which, if you want it at 5.5, if you're saying, David, I don't care about 4.5. I don't need that value at 5. I think he's crushing it. I think he's getting 7 like he got in the first game. I think he's getting 7, 8, 9. I mean, the guy can. Right? We know he can. I think he's getting 6, 7, 8. I think this is a big game for Shot. I think he's getting 7, let's say at least 6 or 7. Then just take it at a +150 right here on Novig. Great odds right here. You got it. It's right on the screen. Okay? What else do I want on the screen while I'm doing this here? Who says greatness takes time? Look at how fast we just found like 6 plays. Woo! Sorry. Got to make sure you're awake. Got to keep you awake. I love this. I love the 4.5. Wait, before I miss this, I got to send this to Discord. I've got to send it to Discord because, those are my peeps. That's the fam. They got to eat. We got to eat. They got to eat. MLB, what's today? 4/4. Wow. April is moving. All right, we're sending it right now. Okay, that's in there. Oh, wait. Take it at 4.5. I always take the value pretty much. I pretty much always take the value. All right, we're moving on. Okay, now we found that one, though. See what else we got. Mick Abel. I got to move on from strikeouts. Now, the model loves under for strikeouts. Oh, man. Jesus Luzardo last year. We were all over his props, and I can't remember what it was. Like, why? What were we all over? Was it his walks? I got to look. I'm going to move on from strikeouts. Is that okay? Now, if you want one that matches up with data and the confidence score, here's your guy right here. This could be the guy for you. This could be the guy for you right here. He had 7. Beautiful. No wind, really. What's this? Wow, look at that. That is not a home run friendly park. Sorry if I'm swallowing the mic. I'm a little close and I'm excited. Let me try to move away from it a little bit. How about that? Is that better? Try to move away a little bit. All right, I want to see how many innings he pitched the first game. 6? If they rolled him out for 6 already, I don't hate this either. I don't hate this at all. I might also dabble with that. Okay. I've got a couple queued up, ready to go. All right, let's move on from strikeouts, and let me say what's up. We're going to call a quick timeout. Check on everybody. How's everybody doing? You guys need anything? You guys all got your beverages? Sitting down on the couch? Chilling? Soraka was an outlier game. He has serious regression. Bank on it. Bank on it. Nuker's you got some strong takes, my friend. Bet on Rage. Good morning. Appreciate you, buddy. I've seen you a ton on all of on the X accounts lately, and I really want to let you know I appreciate it, and I love interacting with you. Keep it up, bro. I love chatting with you. Love it. Absolutely do, and I appreciate you hopping on YouTube to say what's up. I'm not feeling the dinger guy early this season on the Discord. Dude's been off. Yeah, Sergio, that little aspect of Discord we have in there is entirely just informational, and I don't follow his stuff or anything. The only reason that stuff makes it in the Discord is because it tells us when their home runs are hit. It's just a notification system. And then they slide that guy's plays in, which I would love it if I could delete that or go through and delete all those out or whatever. Because yeah, I don't think that person's good, bad, or whatever. Like I have no opinion or anything. I follow nothing that person posts. I will say that. That thing in Discord and that MLB channel now is entirely just informational to let the Discord know when home runs are hit. That's all. It's entirely for that. So yeah, I'm not saying by that being in there, I apologize if it's misled anybody. I'm not playing any of those plays. I don't ever watch a video. I don't ever watch a second of the video. That little thing is just there to let people know when home runs are hit. That's all. Joker and Wemby matchup today. I'll look at that. Not good on the road. Come on, bro. Is that a thing? I didn't look at his road splits. Is that a thing? Yeah, it could be a thing. Let's see. Hit rate. Hold on. Where is he? Averages 4.5. Okay, so let's look at his lifetime career. He averages 4.5 on the road and 4.8 at home. So it's not that much different, though. It's not that much different, but like with Cleveland's strikeout rate being so high, that's kind of what makes me like it. I'm like it. I'm sold. I'm sold. I'm sold. Excuse me. We got to move a little faster. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be a 6-hour stream here if I don't pick up the pace. You know what? Let's clear it all out. We're going to start from scratch. Let's look at some hits allowed. I'm going to just look at a couple of metrics. I'm not going to go through every one, obviously. Hits allowed. What do we want to look at for the opponents here? That's first pitcher in that. Okay, versus matchup. Opponent team batting average, maybe? Excuse me. And then how about hard hit against percentage? But let's find a weak. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I did this right. All right, so we got to tweak that. That'll get tweaked. I got to write this down. I got to make sure that we get that. Opponent team X batting average. I'm going to write that one down. Op team Okay. So we'll tweak that, obviously. That'll be an easy one. What do we got over here? Oh. And then op team contact. Okay. I got to do, we just got to tweak some decimal places I'm seeing. Hard hit percentage, hard hit against. All right, so that's not coming in yet. So let's go ahead and then instead of that one, how about, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know if that's a good indicator. Let me I mean, I'm sure. I know it's a good indicator. Batting average against. How about this? Let's do batting average against. Wait, didn't I do that? No, I did, but I didn't. Here, we're going to do that. We're going to do. Wait, do I have that? It's basically the same thing. Hold on. Oh, wait. No. Okay. That's their expected batting average allowed for the pitcher. This is the opponent and how they're hitting the ball. So I think that's how I want it, but I've got to check that this is right. Wow. How many hits did this guy give up in the first game? Oh, none. No wonder why. All right. Well, this is an early season thing. This is an early season thing because that 0.065 is extremely low. So that's why I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. I was like having a hard time computing, but that makes sense. It's because he's only played one time and the team, he blanked the team he played against. So we're not going to touch that one, okay? We're not going to touch that one. You know what I should do? I should look and see when these, excuse me, sorry about that. Still sick. Opponent team hard hit percentage. Yeesh. And this one's 42, right? Isn't this 42%? Which is, okay, on the low. High opponent team contact. Okay. I got a couple of things. I'm going to look at hits allowed. Okay, so we've got a couple of little tweaks to make in there, I think, to the language and stuff. So I'm going to skip this category right now because I don't want to spend too much time on something that we need to tweak anyways. Let's look at earned runs. Actually, let's go to batter. Let's just go to batter. Hits, and let's do hits, runs, and RBIs. How about that? We did find a total base, or what did we find the other day? A total bases that were kind of nutty. Okay, a high implied run total. Look at this. We've got 5.1 runs in this game. Ryan McMahon. This is why I wanted to go here, okay? So we've got some stuff. We've got to start showing up. Now, this isn't in here yet, but this is coming. And then you've got like, okay, blasting the ball out at Yankee Stadium. Jeez, look at that wind. You think we're going to get some home runs in this game? I would say so. I would say that this game is going to be a good one to target. So look at up here in the top, it says versus Max Meyer. So he's playing against Max Meyer. Right there's the data. And then you've got implied runs. You've got versus that pitcher handedness. So he's batting ops. Wow, his ops is low. Average. Okay, so average is is that his average on the year? Oh, the guy hasn't done anything. Yeah, we're not playing this one. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not playing this one today. I mean, the confidence score might like it, and he might get a hit because that's like this would be the time for him to get a hit. But let's look and see if we can find, let's see, can we find a play that at the same time is a lean or a strong over? There we go. There we go. Let's do that. Let's narrow this sucker down a little bit. So we've got a park factor of 99. That's just about average. Versus the opponent, versus the starting pitcher on the other team. He's got a historical ERA versus the starting pitcher ops ERA of, what is it at? 3.04. So that's not great. But versus righties, look at his numbers versus righties. Just smashing on the season versus right-handed pitchers. Let's go over here. Corbin Carroll. Do they not have the starting pitcher announced? Elder. Oh, there it is. Okay. But this data right in here isn't coming in. There's supposed to be more in this little player card, so that'll be coming in. I'll take a look at that. I want to see if I could show you guys one. What are we on? Hits, runs, and RBIs? Let's go to hits. Nothing? Why is it not showing up today? I don't know why they're not showing up today. I'll have to take a look at that. They were showing up yesterday because I posted it in Discord. All right, let's go back to hits, runs, and RBIs. I kind of like this one. Now, it's obviously a little bit juicy, but we've got a strong over here. Look at all the things that are going into this play. You got the whole screen filled up with stuff. Whole dang screen filled right up. What's he done in the season? There you go. Went cold. It's cold against the Braves. Corbin Carroll is cold against the Braves the last 2 days. So if you're somebody that just looks at the trends and say, is the guy hitting hot or is he not? This is the not category. I'm just going to be honest. This guy is not hitting the ball well in the last 2 games. But before that was absolutely smashing the ball. I don't hate that at all. A little wind blowing out. Chase Field, not a great place for home runs, slightly below average. A little bit of a Carroll boost. I actually don't mind this play. The only reason I'm not like jumping for joy is this right here. That's all. If this right here was like a -125, -130, something much more playable, then I love it. But I will say this, if you need a parlay piece, I think he's a great parlay piece, okay? Just throwing that out there. Let's keep looking at these because this is so easy. You know what? I'm going to collapse that so we can just kind of scroll fast. Max Muncy, wait, what was Dinger saying about Max Muncy? Oh, let me say good morning to more of the chat, though. Good morning, T. Good morning, T. I hope you don't mind. I was putting you on blast a little bit, propping you right up. All those wins you had, you were sharing yesterday, plus 1,400, plus 2,400. Insane. I'm going to let that sit for a minute. T cashed a plus 1,400 yesterday and a plus 2,400. Yeah, Rudy, hold on. I got you in a minute, but I've already highlighted, I think, what do we got? 4 or 5 bets, chat? 2 of them are already into the Discord. Hold on 1 second. I got to blow my nose. We back. We back. What's up, Rudy? Look at that stash. That ain't your real stash, Rudy. Is it your real stash? Rudy, this is about as much as I get right here. This is like 3 weeks worth of growth. This is 3 weeks worth of growth, plenty of sunlight, proper watering, lots of words of affirmation. Lots of them. But yeah, there's only so much I can do live on the stream because we get flagged, things get flagged and stuff. But everything that I'm like, I love, I'm taking this, I'm getting off stream and I'm taking them on my own. And they go into the Discord too. So yes, weather is a big deal in MLB. Got to factor that in. Well, we got you, my friend. All right, so what did you say about Max Muncy, though? Take Mac. Nuker likes Max Muncy, so let's take a look. Gee. I don't know why these opposing pitcher things aren't coming in. That is a bummer. I wanted to show you guys that feature because it's so freaking cool. How about I show it to you from yesterday or something? Don't I have one in here? I thought I had one in here. Hold on. I know I do. Hold on. I got one in here. I can show you guys. 1 minute, please. Let's see here. All right. Well, this is a small example of what it looks like. Usually there's a couple of them that are popping up in here. Right here. So see, it'll put some stats underneath it, and it'll let you know like who has the advantage, and it'll put a bunch of them under. Usually have like 3 or 4 under each one, but for some reason it is not working right now. But that is okay. We'll get it fixed. Morales over 4.5 hits allowed versus the big Astro hitters, Roger. All right, we can look at that though too. Look at this though. All right, real quick. Max Muncy, implied runs, 6.8 implied runs for this team today. They are 1.5 point favorites in this game. He has an ops of 0.812, which is very high. A weighted runs created plus of 138. Look at all this green, guys. That's really what you need to know. All this freaking green. Now, Irvin is not a bad matchup here. He's only allowing a 3.5 ERA, xERA. Yeah, okay, so that's right. Sometimes I got to check these. His FIP, which is his wait, what is that? I don't remember what FIP is. First innings pitch, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. That description should be in there. Of 6.15 is very, very high here. Let me just make sure that that's in there then. Okay. And versus the pitcher handedness, though, not great against righties this year, though. Max Muncy has struggled a little bit against righties. So if there's pause or reason for concern, that would be your reason right there. However, you're getting it at phenomenal value right here. 6.3% edge is pretty big. All right. So there's another one. All right. Do we want to keep smashing MLB or do we want to look at NBA or something? Let me look at Morales here for my boy Roger. Oh, you know what? I probably have it already. Hold on. Let me clear my sort here. Got you. Morales higher than 4.5. Well, listen, the confidence score, everything agrees with you. The confidence score agrees with you. The data down here is agreeing with you. His whip, I think this is backwards, by the way, so I'm not even going to look at whip because I know that's one I know we got. His opponent batting average. Now, he has allowed 0.328 hits. Oh, this is backwards. X batting average for hits allowed. I think I have that one actually in my notes. See, like, so that's backwards. That's one of the bugs we've got to fix. It's actually just the language or the logic is backwards. What are we looking at here? Blowing in wind, 7 miles an hour, no home runs. You're not getting, I shouldn't say no. You're not getting as many home runs out of this game, though. Okay, just another note I want to make. All right, so there's Morales for you. Yeah, I could totally see it. What's the over-under in this game? Sugar. I thought I had it. It's actually, I think, supposed to be down there at the bottom, but it's not popping up. What was that one? We're on MLB. So we got this little tab right over here. We got this over here. Wait. Hold on. What Oh, you know what I should have done? All right, so here, hold on. Ready? Double tap it. Now it's added to your My Bets. And you got this little tab that'll just keep track of it for you. I should have done that. Houston and the Athletics. Oh, the Athletics are coming in a little janky right now. We got to work on them. For some reason, they're still tied to like Oakland or something. Wow, it's a 10. Wow. Wow. It's still a 10-point over under there. 10 runs over under. Jeez. 10.5 for the Phillies and Rockies. Oh, that's why. Coors Field. That's the Coors Field effect, ladies and gentlemen. All right, do we want to look at more? I mean, like, you guys see it. It's fantastic. Let's look at dingers real quick. All right, we got Judge. I don't hate it at all. Wait, plus 280 for Judge today? Guys, do you see what I see? Do you see it? 14 miles an hour blowing out. He gets a 1.13 multiplier. The only thing that I'm seeing up here that looks bad or less than is 43 degrees. Strong boost to total bases and everything. Plus 280 for a home run. What's his total bases at? 1.5? I mean, guys, maybe that's the play. Maybe that's the play right there. He's batting fine against righties versus this opponent pitcher. I mean, I think this is the play. I think this is a play. So, Rudy, you were asking, are we going to place any? Yeah, we're placing them, my friend. We're placing them right now. Oh, wait, you know what? I went against the confidence score yesterday, and I lost. That's funny. I made a play. And so I made a play yesterday, and it was McLean over 5.5 strikeouts, and the confidence score didn't agree with it. It was like 41% or something like that. And I was like, man, I like this. This looks good. You know, I looked at data, that kind of thing. I made my decision, right? I'm a human. I made my human brain decision. Went against the confidence score, posted it in the Discord. What happened? You guys know where I'm going with this? The confidence score won again. Paparazzi made a joke yesterday. He's like, man versus machine. Machine 1, man 0. I want to find one. Wow, look at Ohtani. 15.6%. What's that wind doing there? Did we say that's blowing out? Oh, yeah, it's blowing out too. You've got a boost there. And, Stanton could be a guy. If you don't want to, there we go. There's one working. There's one that's working. If you want to get like better odds on this, plus 348 is kind of wild, guys. I mean, you get the wind blowing out, you get a huge multiplier. You've got a guy who's hitting the ball really well, an exit velocity of 94.4 miles per hour, a barrel percentage rate of 22.1. He's got an ISO of 200. Just pure raw power slugging percentage. I'm just saying, that could be a play. That could be a play for you guys. Schwarber bomb. Do we go back to back on the Schwarber bomb? Now, it doesn't look like we have a pitcher coming in yet for this one. Did that pitcher thing show up in the top? Yeah, Max Meyer. I love that so much. I love that so much. I mean, you've got Big Dumper, obviously, always a high confidence score play. You know what? Let's clear all this out, and let's just go by home runs. Where was it? Oh, it's down by the bottom. I'm just curious who the confidence score likes. All right, Dumper first. Salvador Perez. Wow, guys. Huge score right here. Interesting. What's the wind doing? Ooh, bad wind for this one, though. Wow. All right. Well, if you guys want a high confidence score play right here with massive value, if you can play this over on Penny right here at 537, it's crazy. The score is 425. We've got Novig on there. Yeah. You've got some big value on this play. Let's go to NBA. We can't let that have all the fun, right? All right, we can't let MLB have all the fun. And then we're going to hit NHL up real quick. Let's just look at points. And what are some of the things we've got here? We've got, how about a pace-up game and a high game total? Let's go with a pace-up game, confidence score, and then game total. Whoops. Is that not... Hold on a minute. Let me see. Oh, the pace isn't in there, and it's not supposed to be in there. Okay, hold on a minute. Opponent pace showing for points. Okay, I think it's actually supposed to be in there. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, that's supposed to be in there. So I will double check that. So instead of that, let's just go and let's do that. Let's do a high usage rate and let's do game total. Okay, we've got Wembiana. All right, I got you, Nuker. This is what you wanted. Look at the two guys that pop up first. There you go, right there. Confidence score. Ooh, it likes the Wemby under, and it likes the Jokic over for points. Very interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. Sergio, did you catch the home runs? I just did the home runs. Did you get them? I know, but you've got the app, so you could just find them anytime. I could show you what I put in for the Dingers play yesterday. I could show you my saved filter. I mean, that is as soon as the app releases, I guess. Right now, it's not really helpful to you. All right, so we got Jokic. It's leaning to the over. Both data-wise are strong overs. High over-under game, 242.5. Field goal attempts per game, slight edge to you. You know what? Guys, let's just do this. I mean, come on. Right? You wanted a comparison. How about a side-by-side? How about a freaking side-by-side? God, I'm so pumped for this to come out. I cannot wait for you guys to have this in your hands. Guys, do me a favor. Smash the like button, and we need a couple of comments. Let me know what's up. Sergio, appreciate you, bro. Hope you got the home run plays. I can give them to you if you need them too. The one thing I've got to get better about doing on these videos is adding the plays to my bets page. All right, so here you go. You've got a head-to-head. You've got the confidence score head-to-head right there. You've got the edge score head-to-head. You've got the implied probability. Confidence gap here. That's the difference between our score and what the implied probability is. You've got trends here. You've got the best sportsbook odds right here in the middle. Now you've got usage side by side. You know, we're going to do this. We're going to screenshot this today. And we're going to go like this. And we're going to put those babies together. There we go. That's how I make those. Hey, Python, my guy. Good morning, brother. All right, so we're looking at the side-by-side right now of Wemby and Jokic, okay? So we've already made it down. Now we're on true shooting percent usage. Wemby's got the advantage for usage. Field goals per game, we've got the advantage, or field goal attempts per game, excuse me, to Jokic. Just a hair. True shooting percentage, Jokic has got him beat. Free throw attempt rate, 42.4%. Jokic again. Minutes, Jokic is getting more minutes in this. Now their offensive pace is 101.9, but that means it's a pace-up game for the Joker. And the spread, Wembanyama is favored by 2. Wembanyama and his Spurs. So side by side, Nuker, that's what you wanted, my friend. That's exactly what you wanted. Whoops. Oh, yeah, I forgot I can just clear it. Now, Jokic, real quick. You got it at 25.5. It's 24.5 on Novig right now, guys. 24.5. Little juicy, but that's a big difference from where it is right now. There's his head-to-head against the Spurs, too. Guys, I'm going to let this sit for a minute. Are you guys kidding me? This is so sick. The fact that you can do this, 25.5 still on Bet Rivers with their new funny commercial that I saw the other day, and Bet Park X. Wow. Triple-double on Joker. Yeah, I'm curious to know what the odds are on it, though, but 24.5 on a bunch of these sites. Bovada, 22.5. I wonder sometimes if that's right. All right, so that's the premier matchup of the day. How many games do we have? Oh, we don't even have a lot of games. That's great, because that means I don't have to do a lot of NBA right now. Yeah, we've only got 3 games, but that's the premier game. But real quick, look at this Miami Heat and Washington game. I think you've got to look at a Miami player or two. Man, I wish there was somebody. Who can we play here? Mr. Silly Boy Bam here with his 81 points. Let's see if that. Let's see what else. Hold on. We got those. Let's see what else we got. Okay, let's see who else we got. We've got supporting data, minutes. Okay, let's look at minutes. Let's sort by, let's say at least plays his average, which is like 20 minutes in this game. Jamie Jaquez Jr. Yeah, I don't, you know what? Maybe there's not a lot of great options here. We've got a decent amount of unders, obviously, but like, I don't know if I want to look at the under. It's considering the game, though. I mean, it's considering the points in here, though, because it does look at, oh, am I? Oh, well, maybe I want to do this. There we go. We're going to look at the Washington-Miami game. That's the highest score right there. Wow, it likes all the unders. That's interesting today. Well, obviously, there's going to be some overs today with this high points total. Is this at 9.5 anywhere? I knew it. I figured it would be. Bet Rivers, Bet Park X, all 9.5. Bovada 8.5. They like to do those silly things here. 9.5. Minutes are kind of all. Oh, there we go. Minutes. So let's just say that they get, looks like 25 is probably about an average. So let's just say they play 25 minutes. There you go. Davian Mitchell. You know what? I'm going to just add that to my slip here. I'm going to look at that after too. There you go. So now we've got our plays that we're starting to build up. Now I should have again added more, but all right, let's go to NHL. We're going to clear right out and go to NHL. Here we go. Quinn Hughes. Let's see. X point per 60. Expected points, X goals plus expected assists per 60 minutes. Okay. Opponent. All right. So what I like to do for points and goals is I like to go in here. Let's look at points and let's look at anytime goal scorer. And let's do opponent save. Oops. Opponent save percentage. You know what? We can do confidence score first. Wow. We've got some bad goalies playing today. Goals against per game. 3.8 goals against per game. The game over under 6.5. His time on ice is extremely high at 19.7. Now we've got some stuff coming in that we're working on, like power play 1. Like, is he on the power play 1 unit and stuff? I don't think might not be coming in yet, but we're setting up for it. You could see it. Opponents penalty, the penalty minutes per game. So like how long they're on, how many penalty minutes they allow per game is in here. So if you find a team that allows a lot of penalty minutes per game, that's a good place to attack. All right, so I'm going to add this guy to my play. Nick Schmaltz. Let's see, what else do I want to do? Let's just look at just opponent save percentage first. There's probably nobody with a lower save percentage of 0.82, right? Or 0.872. Let's see. All right, so we get past the Utah people. So once we get past Utah playing against a weak goalie, the next one should be Minnesota, 0.874. So, all right, so we've got Cyril Kaprizov. Okay. Oh, wow. Quinn Hughes is way up there. Whoops. I only meant to single tap that. Oh, he's a defenseman? You know what? Maybe we want the left winger. I'm going to go with the left winger purely based off that. I'm going to take the offensive guy over the defensive guy there. Time on the ice per game, 22.03. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to take the offensive guy here. But interesting enough, opponents' penalty minutes, 9.8 per game is very high. If that's the case, this defender might be out there quite a bit too. So if you want to take a guy, oh, he's even worse odds. So I don't hate this one either. I think you can take both these guys if you want. And then if you want to, wow, look at Connor McDavid, 1.5. You beast. Does anybody have 0.5 for you? No, of course not. He gets one every single game. Every single game. Good luck to you, Nuker. Have a good day, buddy. Let's just build out a just points. And we'll do maybe one guy per NHL. Let's see, hold on. Oh, you know what? It is the same because you got a bunch of guys on the same team. So it is actually doing it the right way. So, okay, let's do one per game. That's a pretty decent one right there. Let's try to do one per game. We already got, yeah, we skipped Quinn Hughes. Oh, that's a strong under. Let's see. Let's skip Brock for a minute. Braden Point for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Boston, what's his? 897. Are they both the same? The Tampa Bay Lightning, they both have an 897 goalie. Opposing goalie. There we go. Wow. Look at that low save percentage right there. Yep, we're going to go with Crosby. I mean, could go with either one of these guys. That's a lot of penalty minutes. You know what? Crosby to score a power play point at a plus 256 is interesting. Now, I got to look at who NHL. What teams aren't showing up? 321 and 4-2. It's probably the I think it's the Kings. The LA Kings don't show up for some reason, but we'll look at that. Wow, that's a lot of time on the ice. He hasn't scored a power play goal or hasn't gotten a power play point in that long. Plus 256 over here on Novig. Chat, what do we think? Do we think, I got you, Honest Hour. What do we think of this, though? I think this is worth like a half unit or something, right? That's kind of nutty. That he hasn't scored a power play point in that long. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to save this one and I'm going to take a look at this later. Wait, you know what? Let's save it. Oh, why did I lose you? Oh, because it went back to what I was sorting by. I guess that makes sense. Wait, what have I done? Power play points. Okay, wait. All markets. Okay. I want Sidney Crosby. Oh, you know what we should add? We should add the double tap I got it. We just got to add that double tap feature to the other screen. That's all it is. We can do that. We'll do that then. All right, Buffalo. Tage Thompson. You let me down the other day, Tage. Yeah, I guess we got to do Tage Thompson again, too. Okay. That one looks pretty good, too. The Islanders. Wait, that's a strong under. Let's just go with it. Whoops. Oh, cool. I didn't know I could do. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Zach Werwinski. Believe we've bet you before, my friend. The Kings. All right, we're going this big old D-Gen slip here. Holy smokes, it's a big NHL slate. Jeepers. Why is this NHL slate so big? I'm kind of glad that I already had bet that one. Wow, nobody in this game. We're not betting anybody in that game. We're not falling for that trap. Are they good goalies or something? What's going on over here? Why is that? It doesn't like anybody in that game. We're going to skip it. Connor McDavid. Wait, have I been doing points? I meant to do points this whole time. Oh, biscuits. Huh, it doesn't like anybody in that game. That's very interesting. Hyman points, left winger. And let's go to the last game right here. Forsberg. All right. Whoops. There we go. So now I went through and added all these guys to my slip so I can look at them later. So I'm just going to build like a D-Gen parlay out. All right. Can you explain what does it mean with the peanuts? Yes, I can. It's basically the best way I can describe it is it's these plays that are right in the middle of being plus odds plays or minus odds plays. So like a minus 110 to a plus 110, right in that range where we think that the implied probability is nuts. Hence the peanuts, right? So we think it's nuts. So now I will admit that their success so far has been like moderate. So this is the only one that comes up for NHL. So we're thinking that this line is nuts. We think there's a lot more value in this play than this minus 108 says. We think this should be like a minus 120 essentially, or whatever, is kind of what this is saying. So this would be a play higher than 2.5 shots on goal for the line is nuts. Now, I haven't noticed that that's been extremely successful. I think it's actually been negative for, oh no, it's positive for NHL. Okay, so here it is, guys. This is like right in the app, and I'm going to end with this. All of this is going to be right in the app about how the confidence score is doing and how all these AI signals are doing. All right, so high ROI signals for NHL are up 16.2% with a 49.6% win rate. You can see that right there. That's that means that across 11,478 bets, you are up, or the model is up 1,862 units. Okay, this line is nuts, 1.9% ROI, and across 6,805 bets, 6,805 bets, it is up 132 units. So much smaller. Now the higher hit rate is phenomenal, but the ROI actually, if you look at it, is negative slightly, which is why you have to pick and choose these bets, because the reason for that is these are things that win a lot. It's very good at predicting the winners and being right, but a lot of times they're minus 220, minus 230s, so you don't get a lot of value back for those plays. So I think this high hit rate could be really profitable, but you have to pick and choose your spots. So this is saying across 28,319 bets where it has flagged the high hit rate, it is up 445 units. Now, I don't know what the rest of these are going to look like, but let's go to NBA. NBA is the one. You can actually see that the line is nuts is actually not profitable ROI-wise. It's down minus 0.2% with a 51% win rate. You would actually be losing units across 50,000 bets that it likes. And then I'll go through these again. I mean, I know you guys can see them, but high hit rate, 75% with an ROI of 0.5, which isn't terrible. I mean, a good ROI is 1 to 3% in sports betting. We're averaging, we could see if you follow some of these other ones, we're much higher than that. So you would be at across 174,000 bets, which is kind of nuts. You'd be up 836 units. And then the high ROI one is really insane. So what I would glean from this is that NBA use the high ROI signal, and it's 38.4% ROI, which is nuts, guys. These apps are advertising, and they're standing up on this pedestal at 5%, and they're screaming from the rooftops. Great. This is 38.4% across 62,943 bets. Not a small sample size. Oops, almost spilled. We would be up. The model is up 24,162 units. That's nuts. Sorry, I spilled my water here. A little leakage. Trying to clean up the leakage here. A lot of electronics in here. Don't want to get anything on the electronics. Make sure I don't spill that. Okay. And last but not least, I don't know what MLB looks like. It just started, so. Oh, MLB is crushing it this year already. These AI signals are crushing it for MLB. I'm sorry, Honest Hour. Your question is a great one. It means it's good, but it's supposed to mean it's good, but you can see right here on the screen. You can see right here on the screen how it's performing. So it's supposed to be good. It's not a stay away. None of these are stay aways. But if it's underperforming, we might stay away from a time, and we got to tweak it on our end. And then look at the high hit rate for MLB already early in the season. Or actually, I'm sorry. This also looks into last year's data too, because we've been tracking these for a very long time. But there's your hit rates, high ROI, line is nuts, and And high hit rate, 82.5%. Line is nuts is 28.6% with a very high win rate of 55. So recents, you can go in here and click around the recents. I don't know how this has been performing yesterday. But like NHL on the season is profitable. I think NHL's been struggling lately. NBA is profitable on the season. You could look at the week and see how it's doing. It's just up a little bit. NHL is down overall. And MLB is up 22 units this week. So MLB has been performing really, really well to start the season. And if you guys want to see it, you could look at all the data right there. So you just go in, you'll be able to sort it. You could say, what were the odds? What was the date? You could sort it by the most recent ones, which are 4-3, and that's how it's been performing right there. There you go. Every single play, guys, tracked live right here in the app. So you guys will be able to see it and play around with it too and find out, what has been going well. What has the model been liking? Where has it been successful? You just go right through, load more, all right here. Now you'll notice it seems like all of those are under, or most of those are under. So if we just go over to over, it's down 7.8 units this week. Let's see, what about if we bump the confidence score up a little bit? But that's the thing, is it's taking every single play. So we have to be a little bit selective in odds. See, some of these lower odds, well, it's performing okay. It's kind of performing how I'd expect. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to see like, okay, you can look at the top 4, top 3, see how it's doing. This is why you have to be selective in your plays and stuff too. See, the overs are always going to be trickier to predict because Vegas knows that everybody likes to bet overs, right? That's no secret. So the value, the real money to be won, and I've said this many times, is in the unders. That's why you'll see it. Look how much better the unders perform. Because there's more value there. The books essentially spend less time on the unders than they do on the overs. So what you could do with this, what do you want to do with this? Well, so take this. Okay. Let's go back out here and let's clear out all our filters. Let's go over to MLB, MLB, and let's just look at unders. And that's how you do it. Just take the unders. The under home run for that guy. Let's do this. Let's just lower out the odds and do like minus 165s, 164, whatever. Take the unders. Guys got to start being comfortable taking unders. Look at how this guy's played this year. Nothing. Hasn't touched the ball. This is a minus 130. Okay. That's what we need. So that's what you want to be doing. That's why the unders are so much more profitable because, guys, I know this, you know this. If we all just ask ourselves this honest question, what do we like betting, overs or unders? Everybody's answer is overs. But Vegas knows that too. So they're juiced. The good overs are minus 200, minus 180 and stuff. They're going to take that away from you. They don't want you to win on that, obviously. Guys, it's us against the books. The sooner we realize that Vegas wasn't built on winners, that old saying, the better. Because they don't want you to win. They are built on you losing, on us losing. So that's what I would do. I would start really falling in love with the unders. Under 1.5 total bases here for this guy. Minus 140 on Novik. Here's what he's done in the season. Had 2 blow-up games. If you catch him on a blow-up game, you might lose. But if you catch him on a game where he has one of the other, like the other 3, you clear it easily. Strong under. So just throwing that out there, guys. Yeah, hope this was helpful. Had a great time. The update is going to burn up the rest of the rec accounts. Listen, I am stoked. Oh, you want to know how the top 5 works? That's a great question. I'll show you real quick. So top 5 just takes the top 5 confidence score plays in the app. And usually, and we're going to add timestamps in there too of like when it grabbed it, but it's usually about 15 minutes before a game starts. So 15 minutes before game starts, it grabs all the confidence scores and it says, okay, what are the top 5 here? And it stores them. And then, because all the games start at different times. Then it looks at the other games that are starting at staggered times, and it looks at the whole list, and it says, okay, at the end of the day, here are the top 5 highest confidence scores 15 minutes before these games started, and then it just puts them in order, and it grabs the top 5. So it's the top 5 highest scoring games at the end of the day, if that makes sense. So it's 15 minutes before the game starts, because you have to cut it off somewhere. You know what I mean? These scores bounce around all day. There has to be a cutoff somewhere. So because there has to be a cutoff somewhere, we figured, 15 minutes leading up, it gets all the information it needs. It gets the weather. It's got the most accurate weather. It's got pitching matchups. It's got lineups. It's got all of this stuff. And then we grab all those scores right then and there. So 15 minutes before every game starts, we grab the scores from the game before it starts, and then we put them into a list, and then it's going to look at the list at the end of the night, and it's going to say, okay, what were the top 5 highest from the whole day? And that's how you get top 5. So it might not always be the top 5 when you're looking at the app. That's the unfortunate part, but there's no way around that. And ultimately, that's why I always, tell people, I do my bets in the morning. That is what it is. That's just my schedule. But anytime I have time and I can look at a game right before it starts, I'm trying to get those bets in right before the game starts, because it's got all the information in there that it needs. And that's going to be your most accurate that it can be, right? Appreciate you, Derek. Derek says new app is going to be fired. I cannot wait, Derek. I cannot wait. Like I said, guys, Tuesday, Wednesday, run scored. This is a good one. Actually, I like this one a lot too. It's getting a little juicy. I'm going to throw that in there. Best odds on Novig, guys. Use the app. We've got Novig deep linking right in the app here. I'm going to add this one too, because I kind of like that one. I'm going to add that one right in there. We're going to, for the culture, we're going to do an under bet today. It's a little bit juicy, so I'm going to have to find something to pair it with, but just showing these things on here. Listen, I got you. Python, I found a thing. I told you I found a thing. I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to build out a model like the Nerfy model and the Moneyline model. You guys want those for MLB, by the way, real quick? They're out. I'll give you guys the highest play from the model, the Moneyline model right now. Hold on one second. Scanning. All right. Wow. I got to look at this Moneyline model. It's doing some weird stuff at times. Arizona versus Atlanta. It likes Arizona. Boston over San Diego. And let's see, what does it have for a Nerfy? It gave us a Nerfy. San Diego and Boston is your Nerfy of the day, guys. San Diego and Boston. I got you, Python. I really mean it. I'm not just saying that. I have been looking at it for you, and I found a place. I think I can get what you were looking for. Might not be exactly what you wanted. Hold on, let's make this screen a little smaller, shall we? Come on. There we go. There's your Nerfy for the day. All right. From the Discord, right there, for free. Enjoy it. A combined pitcher score for Nerfies of 80.9%. That's all in the Discord. That's coming right there. Yeah, Python, I found that. I found a golf one. I've got a UFC one. What I haven't found is time, right? I just haven't found the time for it. But we should start spitballing and brainstorming on that. I got to look at that Moneyline model. What really scared me about the Moneyline model is it loves Washington over the Dodgers today. When I saw that, I was like, ooh, it's frightening. A little frightening. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll go live tomorrow. I don't know about for as long, but this was an exciting stream. Couple of little bugs we found. I'm excited. I cannot wait. We're getting those cleaned up, and then we're hoping to go live. Like I said, hopefully Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see how long these little things take. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for all the support as always. Have a great, great day. I'll catch you on tomorrow's stream, but if tomorrow doesn't work for you guys, happy Easter. Have a great day with your family.